Hello and welcome. In the series of video about how to face a regulatory inspection, in my previous videos I have talked about how to prepare at individual level and how to answer the question during an audit. In this video I will be talking about facility readiness and how to perform a site round, what activities we are required to do during a site round. So receiving an auditor during an inspection is most important. So when auditors are at site, a senior personnel from the company, for example site quality head or site production head, should receive the auditors. Once they are at site, the site round is the most important part of an audit. Usually an audit starts with a site round. So what readiness should be done during site round? Let's see. First is the area readiness. Auditors usually takes rounds starts from the warehouse, then they go to the production areas, and then go to the visual inspection, and they go to the packing areas, and then this is the finished good dispatch. So how we can keep our areas ready so there will be no problems during the facility to a site round. First is the cleaning of the area. So all the areas must be cleaned and kept ready before the inspection. Every morning we are doing the cleaning, and that cleaning should be completed prior to planning a site round. Second thing is labeling requirements. All the labels for the area, labels for the equipment, label for the instrument should be up to date. And these labels include the status label, calibration label, qualification status label, preventive maintenance, when last preventive maintenance was done. These sort of labels should be there. If an equipment is under installation, the label for the under installation. If the equipment is not in use, then label stating that it is not in use should be there. Second is records. In the areas there are many records we are maintaining: logbooks, SOP, cleaning records, equipment usage records, area cleaning records. These records should be online and up to date. There should not be any missing entries, so that there will be no any problem if the records are reviewed by an inspector during the site round. Third is how the area is maintained. What furnitures, what tables, what machines are kept in the area should be at their designated place. In the clean areas, there should not be furniture which is obstructing the return risers, so that it will obstruct the airflow. These are the common observations during the site round. Then the SOPs in the area. Many times it happens that SOP for the machine is not in the area, but it is kept in the office. So this should not be the scenario during the inspection or during any day. All the records, SOPs, logbooks for the specific area should be in that area only, so that people can refer, operators or supervisor can refer and fill the documents online. Secondly, about the presence of subject matter expert during the area during the site round. So during the rounds, inspectors ask lot many questions, and subject matter expert for the area, and inspector tends to ask their question to the operators or the supervisor who are working daily in the area. So the persons, the operator and supervisor must know their activities in the area and should be able to answer the question during the site round. So they should be prepared, they should be made aware, and they should be trained or educated about how to answer the question, about reading their SOPs in detail, about knowing their procedures in detail, and should be able to answer that question. One of the trick is to make a list of the commonly asked questions during the site round. For example, what are the questions asked during the warehouse? What are the questions asked during the production area round? That sort of common questions can be listed, and people should be trained, or the supervisors and operators should be trained how to answer those questions. That will give them confidence, and they'll be able to perform well during an inspection. During production round, if it is an aseptically filled products manufacturing facility, if it is an injectable manufacturing facility, and it is a round for the production area, then Apart from the production personnel, required cross-functional team, for example, microbiology, an engineer, a person from validation should be there. Reason that during the production round, when they are looking at the filling line, they'll ask question related to the production filling. Also, they will ask the question about microbial monitoring, ask the question about environmental monitoring. They will ask question related to the qualification, like how you are qualifying your laminar airflow, how you are qualifying your HVAC system, how the air changes are maintained. So this sort of common questions asked, which are either required to answer by the microbiologist or by an engineer or by a person from the qualification. So this key personnel should remain in the area while the facility round. It is not necessary that they should stand along with the inspectors, but as and when required, they can be called immediately to answer the question. Similarly, when auditors or inspectors goes to the warehouse area, the common questions asked is about how they receive the material, how they externally clean the material, how they verify that the material is correct, is from approved vendor, how they intimate to QC about receipt so that QC can sample the material, how they are storing the received material, what are the status level controls about the quarantine, about undertaste, about release, how they are segregated. These are the common questions. How the balances are calibrated, what is the cleaning frequency of the area. Apart from this, the warehouse subject matter experts should also know some of the cross-functional activity done in the area. For example, how QC is doing the raw material sampling, how they are doing the sampling of primary packing material, how temperature monitoring is done in the area, storage areas, what are the hot and cold spots, how they are maintained, what is the temperature range. These are the questions related to other department, but the area supervisor or area subject matter should have some knowledge that what are the activities done by other departments in the area, so that they will be able to answer the question if asked. Third part is when inspector goes to the visual inspection areas. What are the common questions in an injectable facility when inspectors are going to the visual inspection area? They'll ask about the visual inspection procedures, for how long you are inspecting a container, how you are qualifying your inspector, what is the qualification frequency, what is the requalification frequency, what are the kits you are maintaining, what is the logic or science behind defining the number of kits, how you are maintaining the kit, how often you are re-inspecting the kit, what is the procedure to reject or remove the kit or defect materials, how you are rejecting the containers, how you are destroying the rejection, are you comparing your routine commercial rejection with the media fill rejection. If the media fill rejection is less and you are rejecting too many containers in commercial, then it is a question that you are doing something wrong. So this thing should be taken care or kept in mind during a visual inspection round. Same goes with the chemistry. When inspector goes to the QC chemical lab, the commonly asked question about are how you are maintaining the reference standard, how you are maintaining your chemicals, what is the storage condition, how your temperature mapping is done, what temperature you are storing your chemicals, what is the procedure for receipt of the sample, how you are distributing the samples for the testing, how you are storing the sample, are they meeting the temperature condition requirement for the storage areas. So these are the common questions. I am giving few examples, but how you can prepare. So for each and every area, the experienced person from the company or from the specific department list out the questions, what can be asked, so that they can be prepared. So in our daily working, we are not doing anything wrong, but because of the fear of inspection, because of fear of failing, we may not be able to give proper answer, or we are not prepared. So if you list out the question, if you look at your area thoroughly, the what should be there and what should not be there, then you will be able to prepare very well for your inspection. So these are the few tips or tricks which I feel are important while preparing for the facility round, for the site tour, and answering the question during the site tour. If you have any other points or concern or question, you can put into the comment section, so that in my next video I can prepare accordingly and give you a few more tips about the same. Hope this video is helpful for you to understand about preparing for the site tour during an inspection. Thank you.